Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to my stream. Glad that you guys can join us here. I'm Bye Money. Hope everyone had an amazing Memorial Day weekend. We just finished the pre-market show. Always have a great time there. Throw in the chat if you guys did anything interesting over this weekend. Also, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be today. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let me say welcome to a couple of my viewers here. Day trading like a predator. Good morning. Welcome. BNZNB trading. Good morning. Oliver. Good morning. Michael Waiting saying sell off today. Aaron Korn, good morning. Bernadette, good morning. Always with the encouragements here. Good morning, traders. Hope y'all had a terrific holiday weekend. Just that energy. Just that woman's touch. Just makes the stream so much better. Fzen, good morning. TGIT, that's right. That's right. Girish, Nanaware, good morning. Wayne Bicknell, good morning. From the mountains. George Dixon from NYC, good morning. Frank Angelo from New Jersey. Drop a GM in the chat if you guys are just joining as well. Good morning, guys. Wayne Bicknell doing what's important on the holidays. Hosted kids and grandkids. Maria G, good morning. Charles Wilson, good morning. Kid Poker, good morning. Welcome to the stream, pandas. Make sure you scalp that like button. Let's get to 50 scalps. Let's get to 50 scalps, 50 likes here before the market open. Rodian, good morning. Zals Rostas, good morning. Cube Gift, good morning. Welcome everybody. Got a nice little reversal trade here. Considering it, but double bottom, reversal setup. 1, 2, 3. 3 points of risk here. Reversal just trigger here. This was actually Monday's candle, which is interesting. That they'll show Monday's candle like this on the daily chart. Because it seems like, I think they're traded as the same day, but I could be wrong. I mean, looking at the daily chart, whoo boy. This is a reversal setup to go long on the daily chart. Absolutely incredible. I mean, this reversal, basically what we have here is a type of break a trend to new low, and the new low was 4 pushes down. And setting up for a reversal here on a, oh, I don't know about this. I mean, if this reversal triggers here on the daily chart, could be a big one. I mean, all-time highs, I know seem like they're kind of far away, but not really. Not really. And it's kind of silly to think because it just doesn't seem like the economy is healthy at all. But the economy and the stock market, they move, you know, they're not necessarily hinged. You know, they're not necessarily joined at the hip. They don't really go hand in hand all the time. But for me, I think what's most important is what, you know, Fed wants to do with the interest rates. If the interest rates keep going up, then I'm a believer of do not fight the Fed. You know, when you have a force that can directly affect the market, I will tend to go along with whatever that force is. JSV says he would have bought this fail second entry short. Maybe. For me, it's a little confusing, but double bottom, and it could be a bounce here, and it's a risk. It's a probability. If you were going to take this, and you know you gotta take it as a probability, so you have a chance to win on this. But how high is the probability? I mean, the fact that we had multiple pushes down here, I just don't know. It's just hard for me to say. It seems like we're in a strong downtrend at the time being, and you know, places where we should have had reversal, such as right here, you know, this failed and this actually pushed harder. Here again, another chance for reversal, another chance for reversal here, the two leggy, all the 20 MA, all failing, and so several attempts to reverse up. This might be the one that reverses. I'm not sure. It does look like a double bottom of some sort here. I'm just sitting on my pause. You could have came with a small retracement here, and that would reduce your risk by, you know, you could have made it like a 2-point risk trade, 2.5-point risk trade. Does end up giving a scalp there, which is nice. For me, I went patient here. We do have that double bottom, and the double bottom is showing is a reversal here. And so, when you get a setup like this with the double bottom, then you know you have to consider this might be a reversal trade and might actually have a strong push up here, an uptrend. Are we in an uptrend now, or are we in a downtrend? Confusing, right? Because we have this pivot high, obviously here, could start turning into a trading range. And so as long as you have this price action on the left here, you got to consider it to be a potential trading range. What kind of day? I think I don't know. It's difficult to say. I mean, look at the daily chart. I mean, we have a typical tendency to come back to the 20 MA here, but I don't know. This could be a fail second entry short on the daily chart, and we might reverse up strongly here. Whew. I'm just saying, if this triggers like on the north side here, that's a good trade for me. I think to go long. I'll probably be waiting on the daily chart for that. We do have multiple bull bars in a row now, and we're about 3 minutes from the market open. I'm gonna close this pull here. And this is a question I like to ask my traders. I think honestly Friday was terrible. Price action was terrible. I think a lot of the days last week the price action was pretty bad. If I were to give myself, just put a poll up. If I were to rate myself here, I'd probably do a 1, 2, 3. Didn't trade my best last week. Honestly, today I'm not sure what kind of day we're gonna have, but honestly, I don't know. We could have like a big range day today. Just not sure. One, two, three, 4 point swing right there. Not bad, right? When you have at least a 1-to-1 risk ratio being met, you have to know there's swing traders here. So this is a 1-to-1. I mean, this is just a line to one. I just matched the midline to the entry and put the beginning of it at your risk. And you can see a 1-to-1 has been made. People probably came out with profits with a 1-to-1 risk reward, and then they're probably taking the risk off to see if they can get 2 times risk reward with a runner. That's how typically I would trade this, if you're going to swing trade it. So your break even now is the midline here. Market just opened. All right, let's get that bamboo, pandas. Let's go, baby. Flex Master says, if I make 50K account, a 100K account, can I meet buy my money?
10,000.
Sorry, that's not the stipulation to meet me. The thing is, like, my closest friends don't even know that I do this. This is how, the thing is, like, you don't actually want your closest friends to know, because they're the ones who can actually, like, affect you. I'm not necessarily like closest friends, but like the people you actually know. When you do something like this, they basically be like, oh my man, like this guy, they know exactly how much money you make, and it's just a little too vulnerable for me. We do have a 2-leggy here floating above the 20 EMA. I'm not sure what's happening here. I mean, it looks bullish because we obviously had a big push up here, and now we're thinking about continuing this uptrend. It looks bullish to me, but it's not near a key area. I like it to be at least next to the 20 EMA here. Got 2-leggy here. I mean, it is the first push above the 20 EMA. It's early in the trend to reverse, but when you got like a bar like that looks like this, going beneath the 20 EMA, it's hard for me to go long. With a signal bar that looks ugly like this as well, hard for me to go long. Now, can this push up? Sure, but now we're beneath the 20 EMA. A little difficult for me to gauge what's happening here. Definitely not looking to go long now. Maybe looking for another short. I need a better trend line. Right now, I have this channel here where we already had a break. I probably will adjust it now because we had 2 breaks of this trend line. There it is. There's our trend line right there. That's what I need to see. Perfect hit, perfect hit. Retesting this, now making a triple bottom potentially, but looking at the force of this coming down plus it being a lower high, it makes me feel like we're gonna actually break below here. Maybe consider taking a trap trade here. I'm not sure. Micro double top here. Right, I needed this to pop above it to create a trap for me, but instead it gives me micro double top, makes a new bottom, right? New low here. Gonna skip that trap, too far with 20 EMA. It's a little too overextended now. But we made that new low. Something to notice, pandas. If you're thinking, oh man, this is gonna reverse, there's some, clues to help us realize that that was going to happen. First off, it is just simply this trend line created, right? Using this pivot up here and this pivot creates a trend line that gets tested. Not only that, so this trap actually almost gives you 2 points here. The 10K chart, let's take a look here. We have a nice two-leggy off of the 10K chart right here, and coming underneath the 20 MA as well. So that was maybe some clues to help us with the 2K chart to figure out the direction. Let's look at the 5-minute. 5-minute looks like it's in trading range, but strong bear bar ending near its low. I mean, this could be signs that we're gonna have a bear trend day today. Could possibly be. But always be prepared for the opening reversal, because there's a 50% chance this can reverse on us, and it could have a strong bull trend day today. Actually, could have a strong bull trend day today. There's about a 50% chance of that happening.
$10,000 tick second entry.
If we get a reversal setup, I may take it to go long. As in, we get a fail second entry short. A, B, C, fail second entry short. I may go long here, thinking it could be a very strong push up here. And I'll probably take it with a pretty big risk reward. Richard Harrison's, he's surprised I think the daily looks bullish. Well, when we look at the daily chart, you know, we have a strong push above the 20 MA, especially with a breaker trend to new low with 4 pushes down. Now, do I think it looks bullish? That's not, you know, for me to really answer. For me to honestly, you know, for me, I think what's more important is what's actionable. And a reversal here to push up and create this fail second entry short here, that's actionable for me, and that actually feels like it could be very bullish. Only if we come and trigger the trap. If we don't trigger the trap, you know, if we basically don't reverse her, then, you know, then move on. But if we do trigger that, that's a very bullish setup for me. That's probably my computer. Yeah, I have an alert letting us know when second entries are about to form on the 10,000 tick chart. Actually, let me turn that off. Just watching this. Kind of hard to find a reversal setup here. Pushing so strongly this way. This looks bearish to me. Just need a good setup. We have a two-leggy here, Pikachu trade, but too far to 20 May. It's not a setup that I look for. Also outside bar reversal. So this trap triggers, makes a nice little scalp. Two-leggy triggers, makes a nice little scalp. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Am I looking for entry short here? Huh. It's a spike in channel. Not sure necessarily how to draw this channel here for the spike in channel, but I don't love it. I don't love any setups here. I don't love anything here, really. Like, it's just confusing to me. A little too late in the trend now. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like a downtrend. I maybe want to look for a short here, but by the time a setup actually happens, it might be just really late in trend. Yeah. Wait, big no. I mean, I'm a little congested. I have a cough drop in my mouth, so sorry if you guys can hear something in my mouth, but it's just a nagging cough. You know, I did the rapid, test. Turned out negative, but still, you always have this like sneaking suspicions, like, is this even accurate? Who knows? Could always, you could be always in short here. For me, it's not set up that I look for. We could reverse everything we made on Friday here. Could be possible. Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate the sentiment. It's another two-leggy here. But again, far away from 20 May. It's getting very choppy. Plus, looks like maybe outside of our reversal again. It's another two-legged. That's actually a two-legged pullback right here. Right? These dark red numbers are two-legged pullbacks. And they're happening in very small spaces. Carl Herman says, always in short, 5 minute. 5 minute has strong bear bar ending on its low. Follow through was expected. You might be looking for a measure move at this point of this breakout bar. So you might come all the way down to the 40.90 level. That's what swing traders are waiting for. But notice, if that's the case, big risk, right? Your risk is all the way up here. So, you could already scalp out if you wanted to, but yeah. I don't have any setups that I like right now. Measure move 4090 on the 5-minute, right? People are trying to make that measure move of this bar and trying to basically get back to the level here. Now, is that a buy level? Not necessarily. It's a level of interest, but doesn't necessarily mean it's going to reverse there. You know, if it's a strong, very strong bear trend day today, it's going to blow right past that. You might see a little profit taking there, but the strong bears will stay in for another push down. The only news I see is tomorrow. Hey, thanks for subscribing. The only news I see is tomorrow at 10 a.m. the PMI. Hey, Jeff, thanks for subscribing. Make sure you hit that like button. Thursday, there is the non-farm employment change, which could have an effect. Friday, unemployment rate, ooh, at 8:30 a.m. Big one I think is going to be probably tomorrow at 2, or sorry, 10 o'clock. PMI numbers. Now we're above the 20 MA. So that's very, very, very tricky. I think I can get a better idea what my spiking channel is now. Something like that. Something ugly like that. I don't know. Something like that. Very common for a spiking channel to test the top of the channel. But see, now we're above the 20 MA. Now we're wondering, if we get a reversal set up here, will we take it to go long? Are we going to have an opening reversal and have something like this potential two-leggy here coming back up, maybe to the top of the channel? I'm actually more interested in going long here than short. But if we push below the 20 MA, no longer interested. For me, this spiking channel, I think actually needs to look for a new low now. Looking at this, to me, this could be first breaker trend. I'm looking for a new low here. Will I take this short? Probably not. I probably won't take this short. It's a little too confusing for me. If you're expecting a new low, but when we push above the 20 MA like this, it's a little difficult for me to tell what's going to happen. Plus, the bars are starting to overlap here. Terrible signal bar to go short there, but that's a two-leggy. Do I want the two-leggy to go long here? Not with a signal bar like this. I'm looking for that new low still. Alright, creating a spike in channel. And this is your signal bar. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 points of risk. Terrible signal bar. kind of want to go short here. If we get a trap to the short side, I'll consider taking it. All right, we're gonna pull back on the 5 minute. I'll look for a second entry short here to look for a new low, but I needed to trigger around the 20 MA. Sorry. I wanted to, I always trade my, always talk about the, sorry about that. I'm going in and out because I'm like coughing, so I might be muting myself, so I might forget. Sorry about that. Good thing I didn't take that short. Good thing I paid attention to the rules, and we start going in and out of the 20 MA like that. Gotta just stay away from all trades. Yeah, I just gave you guys the Yeah, every time I tell you the greatest trading secrets, I put myself on mute. A little confused here. Trying to look for that new high here. Break a trend to new high. Two leggy forming on the 10K chart. Most likely have one more push down on the 5-minute. Higher lows being created here every single time. Basically creating a small triangle, right? It's getting confusing. Traders are a little confused right now. Triangle to another triangle. This triangle breaks out to the top side. Maybe if we had a second entry short triggering to fail and go long, I might have went into that trade. But the market was being stingy here. Didn't give us a second entry short to fail, and you know, hence no setup for me. But we had an OII pattern here, right? It's triangle breakout mode, breaks to the upside. Some traders will see this and just put their, put a stop limit order here and go long if it breaks above here, or a stop limit order here and go short if it breaks beneath this bar. And that's how breakout modes are traded, basically. Right, they'll just put their stop here, or their stop entry here, stop loss probably down here. Hitting our trend line now. Notice we haven't hit the bottom of this channel, but we're hitting the top of the channel. Very common to test the top of the channel here. Right, spike in channel is very common to test the top here. We do have a trap trade here. Oh, I'm outside bar reversal. I'm gonna set my pause on this one. I actually like the outside bar reversal here, but sorry, I actually like the trap trade here, but because of outside bar reversal, I didn't want to take it. May take it on another attempt up here though. Oh, inside bar. This is a little too confusing. This is starting to get confusing for me. 1, 2, 3, 4 points of risk. I should wish we got closer to 20 EMA now. If we break below and come back up, I'm going long. If we come back up, I'm going long. Right, another failed reversal attempt here. I can't go short here, right? Can't come off right off the... I need like a lower high setup. Getting close to the 20 EMA now. Touching the 20 EMA. Are we bounce off of it? Some people obviously have limit orders here at the 20 EMA to buy when it touches it. Banking on the fact that this might have a couple more legs up. Put their stop loss maybe 2 or 3 or 4 points underneath it. Or if they're serious swing traders, way down here. Currently bouncing off our trend line. Bouncing off the top of the channel here as well. essentially creating some sort of double top here. Strong, and the reason why I mention this is because we have a couple strong pushes down, right? We have a strong reaction off this resistance. So if your strong reaction off a resistance, you have to respect it. You gotta notice it. $10K chart, we have noticed we have a two-legged pullback forming on the 10K chart. A, B, C, and it just triggers a second entry short. Triggers on the 10K chart. Oh man. Thinking we're going short. Thinking we're going short, so I can't take this long. Even though this is a trap trade, this is a major trend reversal here forming. But the 10K currently is showing us bearishness. I can't take this long. Plus terrible signal bar, right? Lots of risk here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of risk. I may take this. This is also a large risk as well. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of risk here as well. These bars are just too large and too overlapping, too choppy for me. Hard for me to enter a trade when I'm not willing to lose this, right? This risk is too large. That's a lower high setup though. Not a bad trade to take off of this trend line, in my opinion. I actually like this setup, but I don't like the risk required to take it. If you don't like the risk required to take it, you can't take the trade. I might come in with a retracement, but it doesn't give me any retracement. It just goes on its way. You know, you're talking about a 1, like, oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a 6-point risk on this candle. That's hard for me to take. That's hard for me to take. The thing is, this is the spot where we should have had a reversal, but we did not get it. And so, that probably means strong push down. I may take a trade here, depending on the risk here. But the risk, it's too large right now. 1, 2, 3 points. 4-point risk here. 4-point risk. Bad signal bar. Pushing up. So what ended up happening is we had a triangle here. We came and now testing the apex of the triangle. Lots of confusion here. Lots of confusion. Take this trade. The risk is not that big. 1, 2, 3. A little more than 3 points risk. Seeing how we failed to break out here. Coming with the failed, right? Basically reversal to the downside. Thinking we might get another push down here. I don't like the look of that. Disappointing bar. I'm going to hold it. The risk is not too large. It's about 4-point risk, which is what I'm typically used to. Could have a strong reversal here, though. I like that trade. Off the 20 MA. Off our trend line as well. And, you know, it's a fail second entry long. And, you know, I like the trade. I like the setup. So I'm going to keep it here. Even though, oh, let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. I like that setup. Could have got a little bit more from that. Maybe make a new low here, but I'm happy with my scalp here. 2-point scalp. Could have made 1, 2, 3, 4 points right there, making for that new low. Could have at least aimed for that. But I like that setup a lot, right? Where we have a failed second entry long, coming off our resistance, coming off of our 20 MA. A lot of things going for it. Kind of made me sweat a little bit with this big pullback. But notice that the pullback doesn't even break above this high, so I felt very safe still. It is what it is. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Come out as you lowered your contracts, huh? I did. But rest assured, trust me, I am trading a lot still. I'm trading pretty large size, larger than you guys think. Up 100. You know what we're trying to do here is, even though we're up $100, you know, with Apex funded traders, it's like this $100 could be $1,000. To be honest, I mean, for those pandas who know how many accounts I have, you know, they know exactly how much I'm making right now. But you know, just imagine you having 10 accounts with the trade copier. That's $1,000 right there. Just making a 2-point scalp, you made $1,000 with the risk of, you know, with very low risk, good cash management. This is pretty bearish in my opinion. The fact that we couldn't reverse here, especially with that failure, it's pretty bad. Jaden Saints, yeah, if you guys know, it's a 10K created a second entry long, or sorry, second entry short, triggered another push down. Coming to make a new low here off of this spiking channel, but failing to do so, right? Misses by 1 tick actually to make the double bottom. Always just keeping us on our toes here. The 5-minute has a second push down, which was expected, right? One more leg down. Will it break this low? Most likely will break this low. Most likely, in my opinion. George Dixon asks, how does that work though? Multiple accounts are reviewed separately, correct? Yes, that's true. So basically, you know, with the trade copier, I always like to use the example of 4 accounts, but basically if you have 4 accounts, you know, whatever you make in an average per day, you multiply that by 1,000 and that's how much you make by the end of the year. So let's say you make $200 a day on average. Then if you have 4 accounts with a trade copier, then that actually means that with that one account, with that $200, you're actually making $200,000 at the end of the year. Yeah, George said even if you make $100 across 10 accounts, you cannot combine the accounts as one. Sure, but across those 10 accounts, right? You make $100 per account, so all together you're making $1,000. So it doesn't matter if it's across all the accounts, or not. $1,000. You make $100 across 10 accounts. You're making $1,000. Even with one scalp here, you could be done for today. I mean, who wouldn't want to make $1,000 a day with just one scalp a day? We finally broke this pivot low. Now, in my opinion, we could be in a spot where we may reverse. Are we going to reverse? I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised if we retrace most of this bar today, but who knows? Yeah, Jaden has exactly right. Keto says, if you lose 1K on a day with 10 accounts, that's a 10K loss in one day. Pretty deep. Sure. Yeah. That's why it's on average per day, you have to make $100. Average, which includes your gains and your losses. So that's why the word average is used, because that includes both, right? So some days you're going to make more than $100, right? Let's say you make $500. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. As long as you're profitable, that's what's most important, and that's the thing, right? And that's the allure of it, and that's why it's so powerful, because we're not asking you to make a lot of money. We're just asking you to be simply just slightly profitable, right? Maybe $100 a day, $200 a day, and that's all you have to be to actually make hundreds of thousands of dollars by the end of the year. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's, if you're profitable, then in my opinion, why not do this? Everyone have their own reasons, personal reasons, emotional reasons. I don't know, but in my opinion, it's just the math works and the math is good. And to me, there's almost very little reason other than like some personal, emotional reasons you might have, like you just don't feel like it. Then it is what it is. But for those who can get over that, then it's like, whew. We're talking about money you've never made in your lifetime, that you can never imagine making in your lifetime, especially when it comes to sitting at your desk and doing something you can do at home. Yuri Zande says, you need to tell your audience that once you pass, then it'll take a month to start making money. Sure, I can tell them that. I mean, that's assume that you're going to actually look at Apex, go over the details of it, and to be honest, you're going to trade more than 1 month. You need to trade 25 trading days before your first withdrawal. So, any way you put it, you have to trade more than 1 month, because there's less than 25 trading days in 1 month. So, it's about 20 in every month, sometimes less with holidays. The thing is, it's like people talk about losses, and losses are losses, right? I mean, it's just like, in my opinion, that's even more reason to do Apex, because if you do lose, you're not losing your own money, you're losing Apex money. It's like it's house money, and so I don't know. Like, to me, people are so caught up, like, yeah, but you could lose like $1,000, but it's on average. We're talking about average, like. You're including your losses and your wins, and that equals your average, right? And so when you're average, you can make $200 a day. And the thing is, I mean, for me, like, I'm almost agnostic to how many accounts I have. I have so many accounts. It doesn't. I just have so many accounts. Like, to me, it doesn't even matter. To me, it's just. For me, I just trade one account and I trade it as best as I can, and it is what it is. Now, if you're thinking about like, okay, well, if you blow your one account, then you're blowing all your accounts, and so You can mitigate that by getting several accounts and trading them on separate days. You know, you trade half of them on, every other day. And so, if that's something you're worried about, like, oh man, I blew my account, I blew all of them, I'm scared of that, then split up your accounts, do half and half. Sure, you make half the amount of money, but you also gain that small insurance that you don't blow all your accounts at once. You still have something to, have, if you blow your accounts. Jason says if you got 4 accounts after 25 days with a copy trader, then you can do a withdrawal on 1 account each week. Okay, so we got that new low, and now I'm actually looking for a reversal setup here if possible. We do have a two-leggy here. It's really far away from 20 MA, so it's not something I'll be interested in here. But we do have a reversal setup, and we could have a very strong push up here. I wouldn't be surprised we did break this trend here. And we could also be trading in this trading range. And so this is why you have to be on guard, because if you're in a trading range like this, you have opposing, conflicting ideas, right? You have bulls and bears fighting it out right now. And for me, what do I think it's going to be? I don't know. I really don't know. For me, if I see a strong setup to go long, I'll probably take it here. But you have to pay attention to the left of the screen or left of the chart, because even though we have a big strong bull push up here, you have to notice that we do have price action here telling us there may be some resistances here, right? But now double bottom, right? Basically lower low, double bottom here created. Strong push up, which is what you want to see for a reversal. And now we want basically a fail second entry short here to go long. We need our setup, and if we don't get a setup, then we don't have anything to trade. Something like this. Notice on the 10,000 tick chart, very strong bull bar ending on its high above the 20 MA, giving us some sense we might be reversing here. Also on the 5-minute chart, we have a two-leggy, right? Two pushes down, which is expected, right? Some follow through. Doesn't quite reach the measure move, and we might reverse here. Who knows? We're also hitting the 20 EMA on the 5-minute. Take notice of that as well, please. George Dixon says, is there a cost? Yes, it's $150 flat fee. At least the Apex one is. You might be able to find other ones, but the Apex one is $5. We might actually have the reversal setup. It's a little far away from 20 MA here. And also, this two-leggy is actually it is technically a two-leggy here, but this first pullback is very small, right? I mean, this is the first pullback here, very small. The second pullback is very large. The reversal does trigger here. Jaden says, Panda, are you Michael Chen? I think the real question is Michael Chen a panda? That is the actual question. Disappointing, right? Follow through on this trap here. If you're in this trade, you're kind of sweating because your stop loss would be down here. Confirmation here that this might be a strong bull push up, but I'm gonna sit on my pause. For me, this looks like just overlapping bars. I'd rather have had my two-leggy trigger here. What I mean by that is A, B, C, two-legged pullback. I'm thinking some follow through here. The main reason why I'm not entering this trade is because we're far from 20 May, also top of a trade. If this was a trading range, we are at the top of it. Right, the trading range indicator marking here the top of the trading range. So I'm not going to try to go long right here. The good setup, I may try to go long off the 20 EMA, but I need a two-leggy. Two-leggy doesn't form. Instead, it gives us micro double bottom here, another micro double bottom here, pushes up higher, giving us a nice scalp on this trap trade. It's making us sweat a lot here though throughout the entire trade. But in my opinion, we could have a genuine reversal here, major trend reversal, strong push up, and we may not fill this gap. Who knows for the rest of the day? This gap might not fill for the rest of the day. This blue box is a gap here in the price action. What I mean by the gap is when there's a strong breakout, right? The top of the signal bar where it actually triggers to the lowest pivot. So the lowest pivot so far is this, right? This is a pullback. I mean, I guess you can consider this the pivot here. Right, this is the first reversal. There's a gap here, right? There's price action here, right? That doesn't get reversed. So there's a gap here, and it might be a reversal. This might be the reversal we're looking for the entire day. Could be a very strong move up. I mean, obviously already is. What do you guys think about 9K subs? I'm actually really excited because when we get to 10K subs, we're gonna have a little party here. We're gonna have a little party. Maybe for 10K subs, might do an all-day stream. Might have some raffles. Gonna have some prizes for you guys for following and some fun games. And of course, trading as well. Jaden Saints says face reveal. I already mentioned 100K subs, face reveal. I mean, I don't know what you want to see my face for. I mean, face reveal 100K subs. I'll do it. I will do it. I'm gonna regret saying that. Someone's gonna remember this moment on the stream. By the time I get to 100K, it might be like 5 years from now. Huge move up. No entries. Right, this trap trade, this is what some of that trap, you know, it's tricky because you got top of the trading range, but you know, the setup wasn't the best. I would have liked it if we actually came to 20 minute or even created the two leggy. Right, it was very close. Created basically two micro double bottoms. This was super stingy. Didn't give us what we wanted. Sean Juan says, but underneath the panda mask is a goat mask. I don't know if you guys ever watch 100K live meet and greet. That'd be crazy. At 100K, maybe. I was thinking to even doing one. I'll probably wear like, you know, Marshmallow. I'll probably buy like a huge panda mask and wear it around. Because panda is the GOAT. Let's go, baby. Unsustainable uptrend. So you're looking for a pullback here. I would like a two-legged pullback. I would like one. To go long here. Thinking this is a good sign of a reversal here. Good sign of a bull trend. That's typically when you want to take these two leggies. Early. This could be early in the trend if it is. I don't like how it's bouncing off of a resistance pretty, you know, definitively. Right, I'm creating all the red flags. Seeing this, most likely we won't get a two-leggy. Most likely this will be a first entry only uptrend. Seeing how we came all the way down to our support level, most likely this will just keep pushing up higher. Jaden says, Panda, do you play games, specifically CSGO? Only game I play right now is Warzone. And I ask myself this question every time I play. Why do I still play this game? We're still on our first pullback. Quite a pullback, if you ask me. Some people consider this a hidden second entry long. They'll see this as this A, B, C, and they might want to enter like this with a second entry long, hidden second entry long. The reason why I say hidden is because if you look at this, right, to me I also call this an optical, right, because it looks like a two-leggy, right, comes down, pushes back up, not a push down, but it's not a technical two-leggy point because it didn't break above this candle high. And quite a strong bounce off of the 240 SMA, as you can see here, but we're approaching the 20 EMA. So annoyingly, typically what happens is it does this for a while as it coils and it either breaks up or breaks down. Not sure. I'm leaning towards breaking up here because the original trend was up. Notice, pandas, how now the top of this channel is now acting as support, right? Where it was resistance, now acting as support. So this could be a good place for a two-leggy here. I'll probably go long if we get a nice two-leggy here. Knowing that we have a support or resistance here now acting as support here. Fortunately, the market's not giving us any setups here. Big push up. I had this blue line here for a long time. If you guys remember, I drew it over here, bouncing off of it. Maybe a higher low setup might be interesting here. If we can get it, I just need a setup. Markets, you know, you can only take what the market's giving you. If the market's not giving us our two leggies, then what can you do? Okay. We're getting a two-leggy here. 2, 3. 4 points of risk here. I don't like this big bear bar here. That kind of scares me. Terrible signal bar to enter long, but now we're below the 20 MA, pushing strong, made a new low. Okay. Gotta break a trend to new low here. Terrible signal bar once again, forming here. Below the 20 MA, so not interested in going long. Do I want this trap trade? I do not want this trap trade. Why? Because we need to test this high. So I'm not going short here either. What I might do is if this triggers, I might take the reversal, especially if it's above the 20 MA. We need a new high here. I'll take a higher low at second entry long if possible. Right, hard to take that long. Terrible signal bar below the 20 MA. Gotta skip that trade, even though it's a nice push up. Right, that's hindsight bias. When the only information you have is this, you know, you're not really looking to go long there. I was waiting for a setup, a higher low, some sort of setup that can help me get into this trade that's not below the 20 MA like that. Strong bear bars like this. A lot of you guys had a hard time last week trading. I don't blame you. I mean, last week was pretty difficult. A lot of days where it's just like hours and hours of just congestion, which is just super frustrating, super annoying. Kellyanne in the house. Good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hey, scalp that like button if you're enjoying the content so far. Just being really patient here. I mean, I wanted my setup. This is not it. You're not the guy. Trust me, you're not the guy. You know. Like this is not the setup. Trust me, you're not the setup. You're not that guy. A lot of you guys rate yourselves 1 to 3, and you know the question I like to ask is if Street Scarface day 1 with a P account. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Time to make some bamboo. All right. Second entry long here potentially. We might have a double top here. This might be a double top where we can have a reversal setup here, setting up. I don't know. Do I want to go long here? Still need a new high. But sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes this is all you get. The 240 SMAs is acting a little bit as resistance. And like I mentioned, when you get pinched between the 240 SMA and the 20 EMA, it starts to go back and forth between them two, which is annoying. I don't know if you guys remember, but I drew it like this. I just drew it like that. Who knows which way it's going to break? Most likely to the upside, because the original trend was up. Do I like the second entry long? Kind of hard to say, because at this point you do have a break of trend and a retest of the high. Didn't really make a new high, but it's retested it. It could create a double top using the 240 as a resistance. So difficult spot here. Like, I don't like this spot between the two here, the two MAs. But I always like to ask, if you voted 1 to 3, or even 4 to 6, what do you have to do to get to the next level? Right? What is it that's stopping you from trading at a 1 to 3 level to a 4 to 6 level? One step at a time, one mistake at a time being fixed. Boy, oh boy, do I like this reversal. Oh, man. I don't know. This is a toughie. It's just tough. I don't know. Tough to say. Tough to say what's going to happen here. Do I like this reversal here? Clearly bouncing off the 240 SMA, but bouncing also off the 20 EMA. Higher low setup, I'll take it. Give me a higher low. Going long here if this reverses. Could have a trade. Higher low setup. Risky trade. Trade at your own risk. Do not copy my trades. I can already see it's getting a little too choppy here, maybe for my taste. In my opinion, we still need a new high. Hard to go long now. No longer interested in that. And this is a reversal setup. Coming off the 240 SMA. Could be a strong push down here. And if it does push down, this is a confusing day because now we're going to big trading range. Probably sit on my pause here. Confusion. I usually don't go long right off the bottom of a trading range because of the chance of a failed breakout, right? Could just actually just another push down. For me, I would like a attempt of a breakout, then a higher low entry, something like that. Something a little more evidence of us bouncing off the bottom here. Hard for me to go long here just simply because we're in the bottom of the trading range. But notice, this is still acting as support here, right? Where it was resistance, now kind of acting as support, coming right back to it. Decent signal bar to go long if you did go long though. 1, 2, right? It's a decent signal bar with not that much risk either. It's about 3-point risk. So I would understand if we went along here, but I'm just sitting on my pause. Not sure what's happening here. Let's take a look at the other time frames. Maybe there's more information here. Right? The 10K, we're above the 20 MA, creating a two-leggy off of the 20 MA potentially here. The 5-minute, just finding itself here, hitting its head here, above the 20 MA on the 5-minute as well. Makes it feel bullish for me. Second entry long, about to trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. Could be a big push up here. Very big push up. No entries for me though, unfortunately. Just watching this go, right? From top of the trend range to the bottom of the trend range to the top of the trend range. Like I mentioned, when it gets coiled between the 240 and the 20 MA, it does annoying things like this. Goes back and forth and finally breaks out one way or the other. But in my opinion, most likely going to break up to the upside. Creating a triangle here, which means breakout mode. It's best if we just sit on our pause. I'm very tempted to go long here on a setup that looks like this, a fail second entry short, thinking for a breakout. Strong bull bar ending near its high. Looks like we're starting to break out here. Strong bull bar ending its high, but not much follow through. I want to trade this trap to the long side. I'm tempted to do it, but all right, no longer tempted. It's like a failed breakout now. Could come back to the bottom of the triangle one more time. I would like to have gotten into one more trade with you guys, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I mean, I don't like any of the setups in this entire range here. It's nothing I would take, right? You look for typically higher low, lower high setups. None of them were presented to us. It looks bullish to me. It does look bullish. I just want to go into a good setup here. Outside bar reversal created. Let's be very careful here. Going long at the top of a trading range. Even though the probability is higher for us to go long, you still need a good setup. You know, this is not a good setup. Looking at this right now. Very choppy. Very confused market. I just don't like these setups. That was a second entry long, but again, I did not like that setup. A, B, C. Outside bar reversal. Looked really choppy here as well. But as mentioned, most likely will break to the upside because we entered into consolidation with a bull trend. Right? Then we started to make a triangle and most likely break out to the upside. Also on the higher time frames. We're above the 20 MA and all the higher time frames. The 10,000 tick chart. The 5-minute chart. You know, if you want to know what chart I'm looking at, look at the top left of your screen. It tells you what time frame I'm looking at. You know, we had a strong push down, but now a reversal, right? And this is like that opening reversal that I mentioned. 50% that we reverse off of, you know, the original move at the open. Jaden Saint says, is soup food or a beverage? I heard someone call a coffee like bean soup. I don't know. It's like a bean soup, really. Coffee beans, bean soup. Peanut butter is actually mashed beans. Peanut butter. If you guys don't know, peanut butter is not actually a nut. So, such a misnomer. Peanut. It's a legume. It's a bean. What's going on here? This is like the price action that's been like this for several days. It's just disgusting in my opinion. Yeah, that breakout might be a failed breakout. I come back to the bottom, break out to the bottom side, then finally make the move back up. Right, when we start trading back into the triangle, you can officially say this is a failed breakout. Andrew Gibson says corn isn't a vegetable, nor potatoes. corn is a grain. Corn isn't a vegetable. Only true food is macaroni with dino nuggies. Tomatoes. Fruits or vegetables. Cucumbers. Fruit or vegetable. If your definition of a fruit is it has seeds, then riddle me this. Is a cucumber a fruit or a vegetable? Man, I want a good setup, but this is just torture here. Fruity Pebbles. Is that a fruit? Sean Wellen says, Cukes are neither, it's a gourd. Let's go. Coming with the third option out of nowhere. Nasir Rahimi says there's a bigger trend line, Panda. Oh, is there now? Yeah, I'm not comfortable trading here at all. I don't know like what's happening. It's too choppy. And we're above the 20 MA, but we're also kind of getting really choppy, hitting our heads at the top of the trading range here. I'm just not sure what's happening. Andrew Gibson says, just a proto pickle. Someone ever asked you if you want a frozen banana? You can say, no, but I might want a regular banana 1 hour from now, so give it to me. We got a two-leggy here, off the 20 MA, in congestion. Sitting on my paws. Good signal bar though, very good signal bar. But top of the trading range. Hard to take in my opinion. There's always money in the banana stand. Arrested Development was like ahead of its time. I think Arrested Development honestly was probably one of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my life. I still chuckle at the one episode where his name Toby, I think his name was Toby, and Tobias, and he sneaks into a house. He sneaks into a house of a blind person, but the person was like faking to be blind, and you just see this like scene play out where he's like hiding like in the most obvious like places, but the person who is blind can obviously see them. And I just think it was like one of the funniest scenes of television I've ever seen. Fat Thor says, could they make Arrested Development today?
5-minute trap.
Maybe, maybe. Look at how choppy this is. You know, if you went long there, you actually got stopped out by one tick right there and reversed on you. 5-minute has a trap forming. Ooh. 5-minute trap here. I may take this trade, pandas. I may take this trade here. If we get a second entry long, I'll take it. It'll trigger the 5-minute trap as well. Five-minute trap triggers. Right, the trap on the 5-minute triggers. We have a strong push up here. I want a setup on the 2K chart though. And once I get it set up there, then I'll go. But if we get a trap here, I'm taking it. I'm going long. It's congested here, so do not copy my trades. Could be dangerous, but if we get a trap trade here, I'm very interested in going long here. We got 3 failed breakouts, but that trap on the 5-minute, if we get another attempt up, very interesting going long here. Okay. Guess not. Guess I'm not interested in that trade anymore. That was wild. The trap on the 5-minute is starting to fail here. That was a big push down. I don't know where that came from, but usually when I see stuff like that, it actually reverses. Like when I see like big push like that and it's kind of like does some weird like vibration, it usually reverses. So I don't know. This might actually go long here. Who knows? Let the price action tell us. Does our 5-minute stop? Right, the 5-minute you're still safe, right? Your stop loss is right here, so you're still in this trade actually on the 5-minute chart. Maybe not for long, but this could have been simply 3 failures up, a reversal, and that might have been a good short trade to take. Right, obvious resistance. You have 3 failures up, taking that second entry short. Fat Thor asks, do you watch The Spy for gaps? I don't, but that's not a bad idea. I mean, this market right now is just completely undecided. Very confused. It's been choppy for the last like 45 minutes. I actually like this long. Believe it or not, I actually like this long. I'm going to take this long trade here, pandas. And I'm going to take just a 4-point stop loss here. I'm not going to take the full 1, 2, 3. It's just pretty much 4 points here. I'm going to go long here. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy. Easy money. The main reason is because a 5-minute actually doesn't stop you out. It actually reverses. So it got really close, but reversed here. So I was thinking we have some room to scalp out here. Good signal bar as well. And like I mentioned, sometimes when it does those little weird moves, it usually reverses after that. It kind of just shows you like all of the orders being hit, and it kind of like goes down in like a awkward way and reverses. I don't know what it is. It's something I've noticed. Usually when it has like those weird little spikes, it reverses from there. And yeah, I've got a nice little 2-leggy here. And the risk was not too large, right? About 4-point risk. Got 2 points out of that. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Getting that bamboo today. Two leggy here. A, B, C. Risky trade though, if you ask me still. This is going to be a big push up right here. Higher low setup. Second entry long on the 10K chart triggering as well. Second entry long on the 10K chart. It's very choppy, but A, B, C. Second entry long on 10K chart. The 5-minute chart, the trap is simply just playing out. Right, major trend reversal on the 5-minute. And we could have a strong push up here, but I mean, right now the price action just looks very choppy still. Yep, strong push up as mentioned on the higher time frames. We're getting all of the two leggies forming here. The 5-minute, the trap simply playing out here. The breakout was most likely going to go to the upside because the original trend was up. Might go on a trap trade to the long side here. May be interested. If this has a fails like entry short here, I may go long. Warren K says pandas love congestion. Actually, pandas, I actually hate it. I hate it. And or do I? I'm gonna go long here. Fails like entry short. Every trade I enter, I'm willing to lose. If you're not willing to lose a trade, don't enter it. If this signal bar is not too large, the signal bar is getting large now. Maybe too large for me. Yep, this is way too large. 5 points. Maybe with a small pull retracement, I can enter this, but yeah, most likely sit in my pause here. When you have big bars like this, overlapping, hard to trade. Still very hard to trade. Still no clear direction. Even though most likely it will go out to the upside, it's just hard to find a setup here. Hard to trade when the last about the last hour we've been kind of in something like this for a very long time. The trap does trigger to the upside here. Oh, I don't know. Makes me want to go long, but the risk is way too large. Just grinding slowly up here. When it grinds this slow, sometimes you're thinking, it might reverse here, who knows. Not much follow through on that trigger, the trap. Oof. Small signal bar here. The thing that's really getting me though, pandas, is this. It's the fact that we bounced off. Right, we had a resistance here. We broke through it, bounced off of it. It made a higher low, bounce off of it. Make me feel like, you know, we're just like in an uptrend now. But with this price action now, starting to look 50-50. Don't know which way it's gonna go. Nothing interesting happening for me. No idea, pandas. Just strong push down, no entries. Sorry. No way for me to have entered that. I have no idea. I had a sneaky suspicion where, you know, basically double top, this reversal fails. I drew this blue box and came back to the bottom of it. Now my blue box I thought was accurate, but at the end the trading range indicator giving us our true trading range here from the top to the trading range indicator to the bottom of the trading range indicator. This is why you don't question the trading range indicator. Speaks for itself. Tomorrow is Whiskey Wednesday, but also tomorrow, remember, there is an announcement at 10 o'clock a.m. It's gonna get, it might get wild. It might get wild. Second push down here. Have a spike and channel type situation here. Might come back to the bottom of the spiking channel. If it does, it'll be here. Too leggy here. Retesting the 240 SMA. Again, making a higher low here. But I'm not looking to go long here at all. I'm wondering if I should go short here. It's a question. Too leggy. Off of the two. Amara Media, thanks for subscribing. A, B, C. Too far away from 20 MA. Can't make a trade here, but that could be too leggy here. I mean, I'm just looking to the left of the chart and notice that we are perhaps in a trading range. So this would be considered near the bottom of it. Hard for me to go short into the bottom of a trading range. Does push down, but doesn't make 2 points. Only makes 1 point so far. We break this low here. Huh. We are bouncing right off of that micro double bottom, right off of that support. Absolutely incredible. I don't know if it's going to hold, but kind of interesting. We're bouncing right off there, the micro double bottom. Again, making a higher low from this low. Sorry, pandas, not much action. I mean, I got 2 good scalps today. That's about it. Seem to be breaking below it now. We do have a gap here that's yet to be filled. Too hard to trade this. No entries for me. It looks bearish, but no entry. Two-tan web with a troll comment. The retard live, bro. Amazing. You could do better than that. You could do better than that. Yeah, I mean, this is part of trade. Kellyanne has it right. It says boring trading day for sure. I'm not forcing trades. Hopefully, everyone is back for an apparent extended holiday. And so, like, you know, when you get price action that looks like this for, you know, an hour during stream, hey, then what can you do? You know, what can you do? You just gotta take it. You gotta take what the market gives you. You know, I'm just like, I'm not gonna force a trade in all of this, nor here. You know, I want my setup. I want a good setup. I want a setup that makes sense to me. You know, the thing is about setups that make sense, I'm okay losing them, actually. It's completely fine. Trading range indicator adjusts itself here because of so many hits in this one single spot. Huh. Absolutely incredible. It looked like it was going to reverse and then push is stronger now. It's getting too choppy now. This is just like really bad price action. Confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 overlapping bars in a row. This is absolutely fantastic. Ah, man, this is just like one of those days. FZ, not letting lack of setups to stop me from losing trades. Let's go, baby. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Turtle Toes up 250 on its first day of eval. Congratulations. Can you guys see the bars? You guys see? To become a true day trader, you need to be able to inspect the bars at such a fine, detailed level that you know exactly what every single tick does. And we're gonna examine just this one bar here. Can you guys see that? See this bar here? Very confusing. But if you can look at this bar and just stare at it for 1 hour straight, you will become a better trader. I'm just joking. I'm obviously very bored right now. There's nothing going on right now. I think we're getting another push down, to be honest. We need a new low. But no setup for me. Big push down. Decent signal bar, but no entry. It'd been beautiful if it was a second entry long. You know why? You know, that actually was a second entry long, except the counts got messed up because this trade. That's annoying. That actually was a second entry short, which is what I was looking for. But the reason why it wasn't is because the count got messed up here with this outside bar reversal. Absolutely annoying. It is what it is. I'm looking for another push down, to be honest. I care less about the bottom of this trading range. I want another push down. If we get a lower high set up here, I'm going to go for it. Ooh, 2 pushes down, 10K chart. Interesting. It actually triggers the second push down here. Means we got a second entry long waiting for us. 5 minute. Outside bar reversal. Interesting. These like failed breakdowns makes me feel like it might go long here, but it's hard for me to go short when we have this many, like, basically this much support showing here, but and barely enough room maybe to the bottom of this wick here. I don't know. Could be a breakout trend to attempt a new low here, but so congested. I'm not looking for a long trade. Sorry, I'm not. No setups. I'm gonna skip this trap. It's kind of hard for me to resist this trap, but I'm gonna skip it because I'm looking for a new low still. Trap is very tempting because I'm just like wanting a trade, but I'm sorry. New low should be created here. This is not a trap I'm interested in. Optical two-leggy. I mean, it's a real two-leggy. It's not even optical. Big push down. Yeah. One of those days. It's not a short I would take either. Not right there. Not with that kind of signal bar. Not above the 20 MA. Not with this many with this many failed breakdowns right here. Very hard for me. But in my mind, I wasn't willing to go long here. I would have maybe taken it with a failed trap, but the failed trap doesn't even trigger and reverses and goes the way I thought it was going to go, which is making a new low here. It needs to break this low, right? First break a trend to new low here. And that's what I feel like the market wants to do. It's yet to make a new low. It's getting close. Most likely it will. But I've been sitting on my pause for a long time. How do you guys stop yourself from revenge trading? That's a good question, I think, for everyone here. You know, a lot of times you trade great, and then it's just that one day you start revenge trading and you go on tilt and you lose it all. So how do you prevent yourself from revenge trading? Richard Harris asks, Panda, can I ask what is being built in your home? Construction for a long time. Oftentimes it's just Miss Panda making like panda treats. Got that new low. Now it's free game for reversal here. REITs says, at high point every day, I'm up 6 to 2,000 every day, but I feel it's not enough. I want to go for 5K. I trade 5 accounts, so I know I made a goal. I made my goal, but psychologically, it's not enough. Huh. Pablo says, I managed to have my first, I guess, performance account, anchored account, after 16 attempts. Let's go, baby. Just 16, that's all it took. Looking for that reversal setup here. I am interested in reversal now. Very interested. Basically came back to the bottom of this channel to retest it. Similar to here, right? Coming from the channel, right? The top of the channel, retesting it, bouncing off. Now we're coming to the bottom of the channel, bouncing off of it definitively. Looking for a reversal setup. And I'm almost tempted to take the higher low rather than wait for the fail second entry short. And this will be my last setup I'm going to look for. This is the best setup, highest probable trade here. A fail second entry short, looking to go long. Bouncing off the bottom of this channel here, right from the spiking channel. Bouncing off very definitively here. Still the trading range indicator. Viable here on the 2000 tick chart. The higher low is tempting. I will wait for the higher probability trade, which is a fail second entry short here. Yeah, I was eager to take that higher low. Man, I might have missed it. I wanted that higher low setup. I'm still going to wait for my setup though. The higher low setup I was very eager to take. But I'll take the trap. Fail second entry short here if we get it. If we don't get it here, then I'm just gonna have to end the stream here. But this is gonna be my last setup I'm waiting for. Let's hope we get it. I really wanted that higher low though. Our failed breakdown, right? Break a trend to new low, higher low setup. It's a second entry long as well, right? Higher low, second entry long, which makes it different than just a higher low. But I'm not sure if we're gonna get it. It might make a straight shot to the top of the trading range once again. Strong bull bar ending near its high on the 10,000 tick chart. Angel asks, after June 30th, will you have another coupon code for Apex? I don't know. I'll probably have to ask the staff there. It'd be really awesome is if they stop giving out the coupon code but only give it to select few people. That would be awesome. Hopefully that'll be one of the few. Come on, give me my setup. Give me that fail second entry short so I can go long. I'll go even on outside bar reversal. How about that? We might be getting our setup here, pandas. Fail second entry short, perhaps about to trigger here. Instead gives us a micro double bottom, being absolutely stingy. Doesn't give us our setup and now goes up. Pandas, I don't know if we're gonna get it. It gives us a micro double bottom instead. Turtle Toe says the male panda lays eggs. How do you know that? How did you know that I did that? I'm laying an egg right now, actually, as we speak. I don't think we're gonna get our setup, pandas. The setup I wanted. The market was stingy. Just gave us a micro double bottom instead of our actual fail second entry short. You can only take what the market gives you. The market wasn't giving us nada. So it is what it is. And yeah. Gonna call it here. Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow for Whiskey Wednesday. Remember, there is an announcement at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll see you guys bright and early. And 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. 9:15 for the mainstream. And yeah, if you guys are interested in Apex, make sure you use the coupon BBM50 for 50% off. And that's for you guys, to help you guys, you know. And you know, hopefully if you're interested in it, might as well use the code. So I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, and as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.